because we have two representatives here, Todd Gaulke and Bass Young. Snap-on franchisees. Todd is a franchisee, correct, Todd?
You betcha.
All right, that means that you do what?
I drive to all my my companies and dealerships and repair shops and mechanics around my area.
How do you get an area? If you're a franchisee, do you just get to buy the truck and get the tools and go, I'm just going to take this part right here. This is close to my house.
Well, unfortunately, it's not as easy as that. But Baz Young here would be the one to tell you about how you go about finding that territory. I was lucky enough to know somebody when he retired from that territory to buy his route.
Okay.
So I bought his route from him and became a franchisee, became my own businessman.
How many accounts did you have on that route when you got it?
Probably in 150 to 200, close to that.
So, how many times a year do you see each client?
Oh, I see them every week.
Every
week I see the same guys every week over and over.
You go in with the Snap-on truck, or are you just in your car?
No, I take my Snap-on. Yep. It is a tool store.
All right, so if they have something that they need to replace or they want to get, they're
absolutely
once a week.
Absolutely,
they can get it.
150 clients every week,
if not more. Yeah, it's grown. My business has grown. It's the North Shore.
It had 100 to 150 to 200 when you took it over. When you bought it, how many is it still there now, or is it grown?
Over probably just over 300 a week. I see.
I don't have the.
How do you do that?
Lots of energy. That's why. That's
Mr.
why I'm
excitement. I see that embroidered on your shirt. But this doesn't call for excitement. This calls for, I don't know, Mr. Transportation. How do you?
Well, the big tool truck gets me from client to client. Now I'm in the North Shore, so I'm fairly dense in how far I have to travel.
Well, nobody, don't talk about yourself like that.
I'm glad you finished that up with.
For instance, today I will put on only about 2 miles from my house to finishing my whole route because I cover all the dealerships right by my house where I live.
So you're like walking across the street?
Not even. Yeah, I just pull my truck into a lot and go.
They're all
right there.
Okay.
All right.
So it's not like you have to drive a mile between anybody.
Today, no, but throughout the week, I'll put on a few miles, but there are other franchisees that put a lot of miles.
I don't mean to tell you how to do your business, but have you heard of a telephone and calling? Do you guys need anything? Rather than driving?
Driving that information texting is a big deal right now, and I utilize that a lot for sales and things like that. But no, I go see my franchise or my customers every week. And they're excited to see me every week.
I was expecting
I bring in things like this. That guys go, oh.
Look at that. That's a nice Jeep wall socket set. You got
it's a quarter-inch.
The extensions, right? You got a socket. You have is that the driver? Is that what
that's a ratcheting driver with a screwdriver end, so you can put different bits in it, and it's just a really shiny chrome. Deep and shallow.
But that's just one of a bazillion things that you supply these guys
Absolutely.
with, right?
All right.
How do you feel knowing that you have these nice cases and everything to keep all these things organized?
Absolutely.
And then like in, 50, 80, 30% of these shops, they're just laying all over hell.
Are they?
And,
throughout the day they are, but at the end of the day they all clean up their tools. And my hope is they lose some tools so that I sell them more the next week.
You have to hope they lose them because they usually don't break, right? I mean, it's Snap-on.
That's correct. I mean, we have the best tools in the market. There is no better tools.
Let me ask you this. You sell them a socket set like this today.
Yes.
Somebody buys that. Problem is, it's going to last for 50 years. You could not call on that client again for 50 years. He'd still be fine, wouldn't he?
But next week, I'm going to have a new tool to show.
Oh, okay.
They encourage adoption so that kids can use them.
Here, put that right in the center there. You guys can play with those. Fondle those tools.
Nice. Thank you very much.
I used to own a music store.
Yeah.
But
How long was it?
I was running a music store with my family for 26 years, and then back in '91, my sister and I bought it from my folks, and then in '06,
so it was a family business.
It was a family business, and a buddy of mine who was running the North Shore route from Snap-on.
So your parents owned a music store right during the height of the weed musician era.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You are Mr. Excitement, Todd.
And so in '06, the guy who was running the territory I'm in said, "I'm going to retire," and he got out. And a light bulb went off in my head and said, I can do that job, and I bet I can do it really well, and I'm my own boss.
All right.
I don't have to worry about 45 employees. It's just me.
How do you keep the truck clean weather like this?
I'm actually fortunate enough to have Andrew Toyota in my route, and they've got a really big door I can pull my truck in.
Of course.
And they let me clean my truck inside their shop.
I'd be the worst franchisee. I shouldn't even think about getting one. I didn't even know how to get my truck cleaned every day.
They're excited to see me every week.
How do you keep? Then you have to restock it if you're moving stuff out of the truck every day. Then you got to restock it. Does that mean calling?
Well, the system that we have basically automatically reorders what I sell every week. So there's not a whole lot of inventory control that I have to truly think about once my base is there. Right.
Just drive around.
Just drive around and sell tools.
So
and talk tools.
So if you somebody says I need a 7/16 3/4 inch drive socket.
You don't even know what that is.
That's working on an awful big truck, but yes, we can help you with that. A 3/4 drive is huge.
And then that's
3/8.
3/8
That would
maybe
be better.
3/4, whatever. It was numbers. If you move one of those out, that's going to go right into your computer. You really don't need to sit and do the paperwork.
No, it's going to automatically reorder that if it's on my shelf.
All right. So, anything else we need to know about the franchisees or getting up and running? Or
well, it is a life-changing experience for me. I mean, I went through the gruel of retail location forever, and moving into Snap-on has afforded me to do things I've never thought I'd be able to do before.
Do you have a
like what?
Well, through Snap-on, I get to drive a race car every summer down at Chicagoland Raceway at about 160 miles an hour.
Do you have a really tricked out tool bench? I mean,
I
do.
do.
You have everything, stuff that you'll never
so.
use?
No, the stuff that I'll use.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
So
So I'm not a mechanic. I'm a musician, and I literally 20 years ago I bought Snap-on tools to repair musical instruments because they are the best. They are very precision tools, and a lot of times you need that precise item to fix the things. Yeah,
I mean, they
absolutely.
last forever.
They are the best.
You were in Europe for